All right, algebraic proof. An algebraic proof, we just got to walk through all the steps. For us, we do an algebraic proof on every single problem, on every single test from now on. Okay? I just want your skills to be that good when we get to the EOC. So, proofs aren't going to be your problem. I really don't think. By the end of the year, you're going to be so used to these proofs, you'll be doing them in your sleep. And you can thank me. But you won't. You'll hate me. But it's okay. So, what we do first is distribution. Everybody on the block gets the paper. So, I'm going to multiply the 4 times the 6x, and I get 24x. Right? I'm going to take the 4 times the 2, which is 8. Then I just bring this other down. 5 minus 3x minus 5. But I got to tell myself what it is. Distribution. What we found out or figured out in first period is every time you multiply, when you simplify using multiplication, let's just call it distribution. They can't say it's not. They can't say it's not. So in other words, if you have 5 times 3x and you get 15x, you can call that simplification. But you can also call that distribution. You're distributing it, right? You're just distributing it to one term. But you're still distributing it. This way, you won't get caught up on the word distribution. It won't lose you when we get to the test. Because they will not have this word anywhere on the test. You've got to pull it out of your head. Does that make sense? So the more we write it, the more your brain will hold on to it. Okay? So that's distribution. Next, anytime we use PEMDAS. Okay? Anytime we use PEMDAS. In other words, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, and division from left to right. Right? That's what we did here. Right? Multiplication from division from left to right. That is a type of simplification. But we decided that multiplication division from left to right, we're going to call distribution every time. Okay? So that when we do addition subtraction from left to right, if we do addition subtraction from left to right, in geometry, we're going to call that simplification. So when I take 5 minus 5, right? What do I get?
10. 0. Oh, 5
okay.
minus 5. I thought it was negative.
It's okay. That's all right. So 5 minus 5, 0, right? Negative 3x. Now, do you need to write the 0? No. I don't need to. Okay? But it does go away, right? Equals, and if I add anything up here, I can, but I can't. Nothing adds there, so I just have this. Okay? Alright, and that is, no, what do we call this? Simplification. Whenever we do it to just one side, and that's where we're getting confused, right? Anytime we're doing PEMDAS, simplification or distribution. Okay? Anytime we do transition or SAD-MET, it's going to be addition, property of equality, subtraction, division, multiplication. Okay? In this case, we're going to move the lowest variable, which is
3.
Close.
Negative 3.
-3, right? So by moving the -3, now it's solving. Okay? When we're solving, right, we're using SAD-MET. When we're using SAD-MET, we're using our properties. Okay? So, opposite, 3x, 3x. Now I do need a 0. Now I do need that 0. Okay? Because I have to have something over here. And this is 27x plus 8. And what I did here was, I added, right? So addition, property of equality.
You have to have the property of equality part. You can't just say addition.
No, yeah. You have to have the property of equality part. Yeah, that's something that they're going to want. And they probably want you to write it out on the EOC. You know, I think this works. I think anybody with their right mind should understand it if they know anything about math. Now,
If it's an English teacher doing it, no.
if an English teacher's grading it, it'll be like, what? Plus prop equals what? I don't understand. So, alright, but, you know, oh well, what are you going to do? But I think for the most part you'll be okay with using these. Alright, so next, this is the way I taught it last year, 70% passed. So, should be okay. Now we got to do subtraction from both sides, right? Because we're trying to get the x alone. So I've got negative 8 is equal to 27x. And that's subtraction property of equality. Okay? And then my last step is what? Division. So I've got negative 8 over 27 equals x, and I'm good to go. Division property of equality. Okay? And if you want to reduce it, you can. This one, you can't reduce anyways, right? Nothing goes into 8 and 27, right? So we're good. And that's algebraic proofs. Pretty simple.